Hey Gemini, it's Lisa, and here is your August 21st to 27th general reading. This is just a general reading. If you would like a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box below. I am holding a contest this month. If you would like to win a reading with me, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, and I'll enter you in the draw. If you've already subscribed, no problem. Still leave a comment and I'll enter you in as well. And I'll be picking the winner at the end of August. Just to let you know, this week, Mercury goes into retrograde. Down. Yeah, it's, you know what, Mercury is, you just have to watch communication. I'm stumbling over my words a lot doing these videos because it usually affects me about a week or so before. So communication can be hard, emails, texts. Just pay attention to what you're sending out. Make sure it's correct. Signing any contracts, make sure. Electronic stuff will do its thing. And then what we can take advantage of is the energy of redoing things. If there's a project you put aside or something you were working on and then you're like, yeah, I don't have the time, it's a great time to do it and move towards success with it. It's a great time to reestablish some habits, anything that starts with a right? So reestablish, renew, refurbish, reevaluate. It's a great time to do that, and you can use it to enhance your life rather than Mercury just not doing that. So I'd love to hear how Mercury goes for you. Just let me know in the comment section, and hopefully you learn how to kind of take advantage of that energy. So Gemini, what is the overall message for you for this week? Wow, the World. Amazing, Gemini. Good for you. I want to be a Gemini. So the World is one of the best cards. It is, for me, the best card in the deck. It's attaining everything that you want. Good health, relationships, careers, success in other things, romantic relationship. Like, it's fabulous. The challenge that you face this week is focus. Focusing on the now, focusing on being present. So just focus and get her done. What you don't see coming in this week is the Tower. So the Tower is not always a bad thing. So we'll get to it when we do the clarity. So the Tower is about a shift in your life that changes things and moves you forward, right? It can be a realization that you have. It can be a fact that presents itself. It can be a kick in the arse that gets you there, right? But ultimately, the Tower leads to all your hopes and dreams coming true. So it's a readjustment. It can be like, oh, I want to be successful in this, and then it starts happening, like a be careful what you wish for thing. So you have to adjust your life accordingly because you're like, I'm so busy, so I need to organize my life. So it can be that. It can be that you hate your job and you get kicked in the butt because the universe is like, we want you to have the job you're supposed to have. So it makes you lose your job. The company goes bankrupt. Something happens and it pushes you to the right job. And with relationships, it can be the same thing. You find out someone is, cheating or not telling you the truth. So that is the Tower. And then it pushes you towards moving forward and moving towards the right person, right? So it's always for the best. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it is amazing, the Tower. And it grounds you and brings you back to reality and then makes you shake yourself and go, okay, onward and upward. And then where you need to focus this week is about taking a deep breath. So the Tower happens, you take a deep breath, you exhale and go, okay, come through a lot, I've done a lot. I'm going to now, persevere and move towards what I want and the goals that I want, which is the World, which is amazing. Okay. Sometimes we get what we really want. It's just not what we thought it was, right? So we might be thinking, oh, this person's the dream of my life and my soulmate. Then something happens and it's like, oh no, it wasn't that person, it was this person. Go figure. And it's 100 times better than what we could even imagined or dreamt of, right? So the World, the World is amazing. Okay, so let's get some clarity. The Ace of Swords, sorry. The Ace of Swords is clarity. That's why I was laughing, because it's basically you start to get more clarity this week. And that could be from the Tower, right? So the Tower gives you this clarity, which then makes you go, huh? And then you can truly move forward. It creates a new beginning. You have this mental clarity, this light bulb moment, and then you're able to really start moving forward. As you do that, you take a look, if I could speak, that's my problem having this week with Mercury. You have a hard look at your hopes and dreams, what it is that you really want, right? And then you start making them happen. I really want to travel. I really want to have, this is what I want my relationship to look like. This is what my career, I want to achieve these things. I used to get this card a lot when I wrote my book, right? Because my dream was to be an author, but I thought it was a pipe dream and never would happen. And then it was like, you know what, I'm going to make it happen. And I started writing it. So I would get this card a lot about that. And this is a fabulous card to get as Mercury goes into retrograde, because it's a great time to look at your hopes and dreams and reestablish what it is that you want, right? And then start making it happen. So fabulous. And there you go. There is your 9 of Wands again. So they're doubling down on it. It is about perseverance, but it's about just taking a deep breath. Like you came through a lot, you learned a ton. Deep breath in, exhale, and go for it. Go towards your goals. Go towards making this happen. Then there is good news coming in, happiness, fulfillment. The 4 of Wands can be a new home. You could be moving abroad. It can be like total transformation of your home. It can be yourself, where you transform yourself and you renovate yourself. And it's like, I'm no longer being that person anymore. I'm this person. And you do the work to be that person. And it feels like you've done a lot of work. So now it's kind of celebrating that and kind of going, I'm not going backwards. I am this person now, and I'm awesome, and I'm going to celebrate that, and I'm going to make more and more of my wishes come true. And it really is like an empowering thing, but it feels very much like the Tower makes this mental clarity happen, this light bulb moment, and then it's like, okay, now it's, got a new perspective, taking a deep breath, and I'm moving forward. So the challenge you have is being in the now and focusing and doing in the now. And some of that, it is summer in some places, so it is about just kind of getting rid of that, getting ready for certain things to happen. Yeah, so the shadow side is the devil in Rider-Waite, and that is all about that devil on your shoulder that says, you suck. Or if you're trying to change things, they're like, no, and they tempt you to not change it. It can be, all those fears and doubts and insecurities that you have, that telling you can't have the world. You can't have it all. Who do you think you are, right? Or kind of like, look over there. Don't focus on what you need to do. Look at everybody else and what everybody else has. So they kind of play and push your buttons, right? Which stops you from focusing. So you need to kick that devil off your shoulder this week and tell it to shut up and just move forward and focus. And it'll try to confuse you, and try to make you not be able to focus this week. The Empress is a birth of a new way of being. Again, this whole thing feels very empowering and very much like the Tower is giving you this rebirth or this new way of being, and then your life grows and flourishes. It's really, really positive. They're saying that if you focus and move forward, you are moving towards abundance in all areas of your life. So not just financial. It's really positive. And then it's just doing the work. I think you've done a lot of work. It shows that you've done a lot of work. So it's just gathering some more information, learning some new skills, learning things about yourself, and it leads to a lot of abundance. Again, in a lot of ways, friends, family, love, money, good health. It's really, really positive. Okay, so what you don't see coming in is the Tower. I think for some of you, Gemini, the Tower could have happened at the end of last week, or it could just be, dealing with the Tower, or the Tower happens this week. And really the Tower, like I said, it can be too much of a good thing. It can be a, oh crap moment where it's the universe kicking you in the butt and going, wake up, this is reality. And then it pushes you to make decisions and move forward. And that's what happens when it happens. So it pushes you towards big success. It's almost like holding on or viewing something a certain way, and they're like, no. So then they change it, and then they're like, there you go, right? There's the reality, and now you can move towards the abundance. The Six of Swords is that you've done all the work, you've earned your success. The great news is you're coming out of the rough water. The Tower's pushing you out of the rough water and pushing you into calmer waters, and some of the goals that you're wanting to achieve are not that far off. There's the Empress again. So they're keep talking about that there's this birth of a new version of yourself, a birth of a new way of being, and it is very abundant. Wow. The Karma card is the Judgment card in Rider-Waite. The Karma card is all about coming out of this box, like I said, or this thing that you thought that it was, and you come out of that box, and it's like this whole world is waiting for you, a whole new phase in life, a whole new way of being. You're not like in this, like thinking you have to be in this box in order to get your successes. Like, this is how I'm going to get my success. And it's like, no, you need to wake up and move forward, which is what the Tower does for you. So, but it's a whole new phase in your life, a whole new beginning, a whole new perspective and way to do things. So it's really, really cool. And then what they want you to do is just take a deep breath in, exhale, and then keep moving forward. Sometimes to balance ourselves, we need to chill and just have a week to chill, just be in the now and get a new perspective. But it really feels like you've been working on stuff, you've been doing like really well, like on yourself, or improving things, growing, learning, gathering all what you need to do. And you just need to take this step back, take a deep breath, exhale, and then persevere and keep going. And I think this Tower is kind of forcing you to do this, where it's kind of like, okay, get a big perspective of things and then move forward. Oh, look at that. So there you go. That's what I just said, the Tower. So the Tower's there, and the Tower's like, yeah, hello, here's reality. We're going to ground you, and we're going to push you towards moving forward in the correct direction. The universe looks at it as them helping us, right? It's change. It's sometimes we don't like change, right? So it doesn't have to be some like devastating event, but it does wake you up and does make you go, okay, I need to change this, or I am changing this. I have no choice, right? If it's about health and fitness, it can be like you went to the doctor and the doctor's like, you have pre-diabetes, you need to change your lifestyle, right? So then it's like, wow. So the Tower is that you get this information and then you have to do the work, right? Even if you've been working on yourself and then you get this diagnosis, then it's like, okay, I really got to kick things up. Take a deep breath and go forward, right? If it's about relationships, it's kind of like, oh, okay. You see something, you realize the situation, and you move forward towards the life that you're supposed to have, rather than staying in a certain relationship. If it's career, same thing, right? Something happens that moves you forward. It's always for the best, but it just sometimes doesn't feel like that. They're saying you're going to be victorious. It's moving you towards victory. I really do feel it's a positive. The Page of Wands is all about listening to your gut, not your head. It's about trusting where your gut's leading you and moving in that direction. It is very hard because sometimes we confuse our heart, our head, and our gut, right? We think that because we want something so badly that that's our intuition, where really it's our heart going, you would love that, or that's what you really would love to do, but really our gut might be going, no, there's something not quite right there, right? Or like if you apply for a job and you're like, oh wow, I'd love to do this, and your gut's kind of going, I don't think this is the right place, right? So it's understanding why you're led certain way to certain people, certain places, where your gut kind of like, hey, I'm going to call them and get information, right? Why are you calling them and not the 50 other people that do the same thing, right? So it's just interesting, and those kind of things kind of show you following your gut, and you need to trust it. And then that will lead you to celebrations, positive news. It's leading you to really good things. It's just kind of like information that you get this week that kind of might be like, oh, okay, I see. But it ultimately gets you to the world, which is fabulous. Like, so excited for you, Gemini. Really interesting. Thank you so much for watching, Gemini. I hope you have a great week. If you could please like and share my videos, that really helps me grow my channel and helps me keep doing these. Have a fabulous week, and I will talk to you next week.
You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf.